morning. Friday. Sometimes I say, well, Friday, finally, time to rest after today. How much is that true? Because I keep saying to myself, I love what I do, so why do I keep saying, oh, I can't wait until Friday comes? Because I'm just another human being, guys. I'm just one of those weirdos. Samurai, hi, Samurai, how you doing, buddy? Well, everybody likes the weekend, don't we? All of us would like to rest. And here comes one more day of work, and then sort of a little bit of rest. Sort of. Okay, I don't know why the image is getting so dark in these days anyway, but here we go. But you probably whatever that is. Hey buddy, how you doing? Good morning everybody, good morning everyone. Just want to start with another day of work, and it is Friday. Great day. Well, not so great when you have to spend money, and today I will have to spend quite a significant amount of money on my car because I need to take my car for a service and MOT test, and I hope everything is okay with that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna load the van and then take the car to the mechanic and pray it not get too expensive later on. But so far I already know 170 quid is gone without anything else. That's how much you charge me for the MOT and for the services. Now if anything else is wrong with the car, it's going to be a little bit more than so what we'll do, I'm going to try and load the one as fast as I can, because I don't know how the work will be, I don't know how it's going to be the traffic today, and I have a lot of work to do after this one. I still need to prepare for my music and martial arts class tomorrow, the kids class, adults class. I have to print at least 10 t-shirts for tomorrow for the event as well. I might have to go to give a massage therapy for one of my patients tonight. So yeah, I'm still looking ahead to another 17-18 hours of work today, which is good. Maybe after spending this money with the car. And of course, if I will be able to do so, why not grab a pint afterwards? Of course, it's Friday today, just to have a and of course, coming here, guys, to ask you, please subscribe to the channel, leave your like. Here we are. Here you're gonna see most of the things that I do during the day. Monday to Friday as a command. Sometimes in the evening as a martial art instructor. Massage therapist. You're gonna see all the crazy shit in this channel. And guess what? It's better you can swear at me. You can call me whatever you want, and I don't give a thing. So surely this is the most crazy channel you ever wanna see. Well, at least while we are here. So for those who don't know me yet, my name is Sandro. I'm from Brazil. I moved into the UK about 19 years ago, which I was supposed to be here for 14 days to do some work. So maybe I was good in what I was doing as I got invited to come here again and stay a bit longer. I will travel around Europe with martial arts. That's how I ended up in the UK. And then of course I was a chef, I was doing plenty of different jobs. I was working in hospitality for many, many years. I was leading some kitchens. Until the time it came, I decided there's a better life out of these four walls. That's when I became a coworker. And yes, I was right. It was a life outside of the kitchen. That's why I say to several friends of mine, if you want to change anything, job-wise, do it as you are still young. Do what you like. Work with what makes you happy. That will make a massive difference. But if you are still young, take any job which will pay your bills, which will cover you on the weekends when you go for a pint. Because the job will not be so as important as the knowledge that you're going to gain when you are young with different professions or learn different skills. So there's a massive difference between when you work with what you like or when you work because you need the money. At this point of my life now, on my 40s, I don't know what's going to be the next thing happening to me tomorrow. I don't know what the life will be, but at least I earned the chance to choose what I want to do. But before I could get to it, God Almighty, guys, I had no idea what sort of jobs I was doing when I was young. Hard jobs. And then people say, well, this what you're doing now is a very hard work. I said, no, absolutely not. You guys have no idea what sorts of jobs I was doing on my youth. And what was even worse, how much money I was getting paid to do those crazy jobs. God Almighty, you guys have no clue. And nobody cares, of course, because I'm just talking about myself, but if you go deep in your own past, you're gonna realize how many jobs you had to do also when you're youth. And of some of the young guys, they're thinking now, what is this old people talking about? Exactly what you're gonna go through, young fella. For many years, not for many years, but I was having my job. I wanted to change something, so I was working for. Initially, I was working for free. Even as you in some places, just to learn a new profession, to get some new skills, which I imagine would be very helpful in the future. Yes, it was very helpful in the future. I don't regret even one little thing what I did in the past for free, just to develop new skills and learn, get to know people. So why am I saying that? Because sometimes I meet some guys, they are like 19, 20 years old, and they come to me and say, well, I am a qualified whatever. I am a professional, I am blah, blah, blah. Guys, no. You might be qualified in something. You might have your paper saying, yes, you can do that job. It does not mean everybody will trust employing you in their companies, giving you that job. You have the qualifications, but you do not have the experience. So you're still gonna have to find a different job in a complete different area that you wanted just to survive through those times. And this is absolutely normal. No need to get frustrated about anything. You are just starting your life. And life is a little box of surprise, you know. You might qualify yourself when you are young into something which you never actually gonna do that sort of job. I can say, for example, my wife, she has 2 universities. She does not use none of them. She does something completely different than what she studied for. I have many qualifications from the past, and I don't really use those qualifications for any of the jobs right now. Not because I didn't have the chance, it's just because it's really not what I want to do. But when you are young, you kind of have to force yourself. Or sometimes you are forced to get a job or a qualification where you don't really like it. Well, it is the pressure that other people put on you to get a job and have a career. Now I feel a lot more rare. Well, I feel like if today I want to go to the uni, I can go to uni anytime where I want, and at least now I know exactly what I want to do. But I had no clue what I wanted to do when I was 17, 18, 20. You know, I was not sure what kind of professional I wanted to become. It was never a problem. It was never an issue for me because I was trying different things professionally. And as I say, I got so many qualifications in so many different jobs. And now I come to the point where I can actually choose what I want to do. And as you can see, this is my choice. Become a coach. For a lot of people it's not the greatest job, but it is for me. If not, I can go back to the kitchen. I can just go and work in a clinic as a massage therapist. I can just open a dojo and teach martial arts. I travel every weekend. I can be somewhere teaching martial arts, leading workshops. I can go back to restaurants, I can open my own bistro, I can do whatever I want professionally. But in this very moment, this is what I want to do. And then I have to hear sometimes people say, oh, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you who think working 5 hours a day, sometimes even less. Getting paid reasonably well for the hours I work. On my own pace. Yes, some of the days I'm not busy. I just have a bit of time. So I need to do it. I have no one coming here telling me off for absolutely anything. I do my own hours, my own time. I find my own room forward. Happy. Listen to my own music. Calling whoever I want on the headset. Talking to people all the time. Streaming while I'm working. How many of you have the opportunity to do exactly what I'm doing right now? You see, it's not as bad as people think. My job is good. I want Give me a second. I'm gonna put some more cold water. Ooh. Hey watcher, how you doing to the watcher? How you keeping?